Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. At the end of December last year, I've done a tutorial on how to create a wall calendar. And this is the one I've created in that video. I can't believe a year has gone by. And now that we only have a few days left of December 2024, I've decided to update this one. Original freebie was for 2024 and recently I've added a 2025 version to my website. So you have 12 months, January to December, and you have a page with these smaller ones. You will only need this portion for that part there. I thought better not waste the rest of the paper. These will be useful to add to your journals throughout the year, I suppose. And I'm going to reuse this board and everything here. I will only change that part, and that part. I'm going to update it for this year, but I will also improve it. There were a few really good suggestions from my viewers, and I want to add these things and make this even better. And perhaps next year when I update, it might be easier. In case you're new to my channel and you haven't seen the original video, I will link it down below, so you're welcome to check it out. Perhaps you've seen it and you'd like to see it again. That is fine too. I will start with this part here. One thing I've noticed when I was using it, I printed on a really thick paper and it was a bit hard to tear it off without pulling everything. This part here I have glued, and one of the viewers said that she put Velcro tape here and that was easy to open and close and do whatever needs to be done. So I think I'm going to do that, but for now I have to unglue this. Just try to unglue it without tearing everything. Just peel it off slowly. Oops. Okay. I used hot glue, so there's that thing there left, which I don't know if I can take this off. Probably not, but that doesn't matter. And another suggestion from my viewers was to add perforation line here so that it's easier to tear. Okay, so now I need to just peel that off. Remove as much of the glue as I can. And get rid of this paper. I really loved using this calendar. I'm kind of a visual person, so I like to see everything. Putting reminders in my phone is just not enough for me. Sometimes I will read it and completely forget about it in 5 minutes. So it's best if I have it right there in front of me. That's why I love having calendars. Okay, now let's see where we need to add this line, perforated line. Okay. It seems to be that for some reason my January printed a little bit lower down. The rest of them seem to be aligned apart from the January. So I'm going to first sort that out. Now I'll have to cut the mold. I'll just put a mark here. I'll have to cut that part off. Let's see, how will that work now? Yeah, much better. Now I just have to trim this part here on the first page. So we had to make them a little bit shorter, but at least now they should be aligned correctly. Yeah, that's all right now. And now I'm going to add these lines right above. I'm thinking perhaps 7 centimeters from the top. It might be different for you, and I think I can get away with doing perhaps 3 pages at once. So I'll divide them in groups, and I'm going to use tracing wheel. If you're not familiar with the tracing wheel, it's something that is used most often to trace sewing patterns. It has these pointy bits that actually make little holes in the paper. But if I do this with metal ruler, I'll probably get it wrong, because they tend to go like this. I need something thicker here, like a piece of wood. I'll just use this. And you just go like this. Cool. I hope you can see. Okay. I think I'm going to do this as well. I'm just going to fold it and press, and then that will help it even more. I can see now the 3rd month, December here, it's barely visible. Okay, now when I do this slot, I will put something underneath. Perhaps I can put this piece of cloth, just something that is softer than this board. You'll see why. I mean, it did work, it left marks, but I'm hoping if I have something soft underneath, these holes will be more pronounced, and hopefully it will work better. All right, let's do it again. Yes, it definitely worked better. Even on the 3rd page. Let's try this on a scrap piece of paper, and then we'll try to tear it just to see if it's working. All right. Okay, now imagine that's your calendar. It works like a charm. I'll quickly do these 2 lots as well. Okay, so that part is done. Hopefully this time around, whenever I want to tear 1 month off, it's going to be a lot easier than it was. Now I'm going to just staple these. Okay, I will only glue the top bit and maybe up to there, just using some white glue. I'm going to turn it this way. All right, and I still have just enough room to put the Velcro tape. I have this one. It doesn't have the glue on the back, but that's all right. And I can see that it has like sections that big, and I'm gonna use 3 of these. And then I need 3 for this part too. it's meant to go like that. It's a little bit wide, wider than the space I've got here, so I'm just going to trim it. I'm gonna cut about that much. Yeah. And I don't have to throw this away. I might be able to use it elsewhere. Okay. So I can perhaps use the hot glue. I'm gonna turn the glue on, let it warm up. I was thinking about how to do this part here so that I don't have to always glue on top of this. I found this piece of packaging from something, which is actually acetate, and I found that original die cut, and I'm going to cut this like a clear window to put on top. I'm going to undo that and install it again because I want to create like a little pocket here in which I can slide in a piece of paper with the year, so that next year I can easily take the old number and put the new one in. Okay, so I guess I have to make this flat first. Just cutting out parts that I don't need. Okay. And then I can cut the number with the same die cut and just slide it in. Guess I can cut both at the same time. So, and then this one with that. Okay. This one's cut nicely. Let's have a look. Oh, that worked too. Nice. All right, sorted that out. Okay, have that ready, but my glue is actually hot. I'm going to add glue to one side first. Like so. And here. Just hold it. And we'll get to test it immediately because I still have to change this and I'll have to open it up. Just waiting for the glue to set. Leave it a minute. Good. This part fell off. Fix that. So now I have to undo these. Maybe I can just, yeah, I can. It's a soft metal. Okay. I'll take two and then two. Use the Sharpie to mark where to punch holes, and I'll just use this. I'm going to put these back inside. I'm gonna lift this up. Did I glue it? Yep. I'm gonna open them up again. Just push down. And now I can take these two out. Go in. Yeah. That was even easier, wasn't it? And that is done. And I suppose now I can close this. I'll just cut that off. Still won't come in. All right, I'll just cut even more. I'll cut like that. I'm gonna use a pair of tweezers. There's a little bit showing here because I didn't center this properly. But honestly, I don't mind. I could cut another one just straight, like this. And then place that there instead of this one. Let's see if that's better. I think that's better actually. We're almost done. There's only this part left. And what I could do is just cut that part there and glue on top of this. Or I can make a little pocket and then put it in. And the next year I can put a new one in. Another thing I could do instead of that is glue this, but only the top part, and then that way if I want to go back and check the year before, I can just lift it up like this. It's 7 centimeters. Yeah. I have this flower here, so I might have to just cut a little bit there because I don't want to actually undo it. Here's my pencil. Okay. Just a little circle. Just use this punch tool. Okay, now it fits. I'll just glue that there. If I try to take it off, I don't think it's gonna be any better. It will just create uneven surface to glue on. So it's thin enough. It's just one sheet of paper on top of the other. It doesn't really matter. And oops, that will be all right. I think this wall calendar is too pretty to be wasted after 1 year. Another thing you could do with yours, if you want to create a different one, if you want a fresh look, don't throw away the original one. Perhaps you can add lots of papers. There could be dyed papers, recycled papers, and have it as a board, you know, as a notepad, the one that you can write and draw and then tear the pages. Why not have it almost like a sketchbook, or have it hanging on your wall and write reminders to yourself, or plans or lists, whatever you like to write. This. Okay, I can hang it on my studio wall. Can't wait to start using it again. Anyway, as I mentioned at the beginning, the links to the original video and to the freebie are going to be in the description below the video. I want to wish you happy holidays. Take good care of yourself. Enjoy your friends and family. And I see you again very soon. Hopefully with another flip through if I manage to complete it by the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.